Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I love taking random items and turn them into beautiful pieces of home decor. In this video, we're going to take some wood spindles and we're going to take some twine. I always pick these up at thrift stores and garage sales, and we're going to turn it into a beautiful piece for your home. Every time I get on Pinterest lately, these cute little wire and twine hangers pop up, and I just really wanted to recreate them using pieces I already had in my stash. If you watch my thrift hauls, you know I always pick up these twine, and you probably see them too. But this would be very difficult to sell on its own, but if you add a few elements like some spindles and some wire to create some cute hangers, you could definitely resell them for a lot more. So I'm thinking this blue spool would look good with this natural wood spindle, and this jute twine spool would look good with this white chippy one. Now, if you don't have spindles in your stash, you could use wood dowel rods that you could get in the craft section at Walmart or any craft store. I cut a long piece of wire so I had plenty to work with, and I'm just going to wrap the wire around the natural groove that is already in the spindle. That way it does not move. And once I get one side done, I'm going to add my twine on here, and then I'm going to wrap it around the other side. Now, I actually got this huge spool of wire from the Goodwill bins, but again, it's something you can definitely get at your local craft store. I'm not going for perfection here. I actually want a handmade look. So I'm just gonna wrap it around, and then to do the top, you could leave it like this if you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure it is in the center, and we're gonna create a little hook. So I'm just going to spin it around until I get a little circle, and then you know it's wire, so you can kind of mess with it until you get the look that you want. And it was that easy and quick to make this cute little hanger for this spool of twine. Now let's do this one. For this one, I want to do it a little bit different. So I cut a smaller piece here, and then I have a longer piece of wire, and I'm just going to wrap it around just like I did. Oh wait, first, don't forget to put your spool of twine on here, and if you wanted to, it's easy to unwrap these to change out the spool, but I'm just feeling like these are going to be decorative pieces. So we're going to wrap it around our spindle, and then I'm going to bring the two pieces together. You want one side to be longer, because what I want to do is create a little hanger. Now, if you have a wire hanger, you could probably cut it apart and use it, but then I feel like it's gonna look like a wire hanger, you know what I mean? And I think this handmade look will be a lot cuter. So we're gonna create a little hook right here, and then I'm gonna take my pliers and just kind of bend it in. And then I wanna just cut off a little bit of excess. Actually, these will probably work a lot better. You want to make sure you have some good wire cutters, and I'll link these for y'all. They're from Amazon. It comes in a set with a lot more of these pieces, and I use these little tools all of the time. They are great to have at your craft station. So if you have any pieces that are hanging out, you can kind of push them in. So you see, I just wanted this little cute handmade looking hanger, y'all. How cute and how easy were these? For this project, I'm going to be using some rolls of string that I thrifted. I love these. I always pick them up when I find them. I'm also going to be using some wooden spindles, and I'm going to be using these wood rounds that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I want the spindles to fit inside the rolls of string, but I also want some of the spindle to show. So I'm going to put the roll of string in my spindle and just mark where I feel like it looks good, and then I'm going to take it to my miter saw and cut these spindles down. I got the spindles cut down to the size that I want, and while I was in my garage doing that, I found this piece. It's a cutoff from a ruler that I used on a previous project, and I feel like I could do something cool with it. So I'm gonna add this to my DIY project. Now I'm gonna glue my spindles to the middle of the wood round. Just whatever glue you have on hand will work. Normally I use wood glue, but today I'm just gonna use hot glue. And like I said, I'm gonna glue it to the center, then I'm gonna turn it over and use my brad nailer and just put a few nails in the center of this board, and that should keep everything in place. Now I want to paint my pieces. I really like the dark aged wood on this spindle, so I want to go ahead and have my wood round match that. So I just have a little mason jar of watered down antiquing wax, and I'm going to put it on this brand new wood, and it's going to give it a nice aged look. For this project, I'm going to be using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Ash. It is more of a charcoal color than a true black. It is very pretty, and I'm also going to be using the number 14 pointed sash paintbrush. And I'm going to be painting this cute little bird because I want to put it on top of the spindle. But first I need to paint everything and then put the spool of twine on, and then attach the bird because the spool will not fit over the bird. Anytime I find little birds at the thrift store, I definitely scoop them up because they are the perfect little thing just to add to little projects like this. They just make everything so much cuter. And of course, I will have a link to all the products that I used in this video. For the measuring stick, I'm going to use one of the smaller wood rounds from Hobby Lobby, and I think the ash color will pair very well with the measuring stick. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this wood round ash as well, and I only put one coat of paint on here. The Fusion Mineral Paint has excellent coverage. Once it's dry, I'm going to attach it to the wood round the same way I did the other ones. And we are ready to put the final touches on this project. So I'm going to add my spool of string to the black spindle one, and then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue my cute little bird on top. Something else I always thrift is amazing old cute scissors. So I want to attach some amazing scissors to these little spindles and little spools of string. So this one's like a little tiny rusty pair, and I just used some other string that I had on hand, and I think it'll add a little bit of extra texture to use a different string. And I'm just going to tie it right to my spool, and I think that this one came out so cute. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Okay, let's move on to the wood one. I'm gonna add a spool, and then I have these amazing, beautiful scissors. I love these so much. They are huge, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them right in, and I think that that looks great. Okay, now on to the last one. So there was actually some holes in this little piece in the bottom. So I'm gonna put my spool over it, and I'm going to stick my scissors through the hole that's already there. And I had some red ones, so I figured that these would be perfect. And now I cannot decide which one is my favorite. I love them all. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all were inspired by today's very easy, very simple, very fun DIYs. Y'all leave a comment below and let me know which one of these projects are your favorite and which one you would like to try for yourself. If you love DIY videos, I will put up a playlist for y'all. Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all next week with another DIY video.